Yes, Chewy family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. Yes, it is the quarterfinal match here between New Zealand and Fiji, and as I say that, we've got the Kiwis here singing their anthem. So respectfully, I'll keep the noise down to a minimum. But in saying that, we've got a very, very tight contest there. Obviously, the winner, takes all. The winner goes into the quarterfinals. But just quickly as well, here's the team list, the official team list right before kickoff. It was a bit of a tangle up, but in saying that, we got there in the end eventually. But yes, feel free to look at the team list there. I'll have it here for you guys until I switch over once the game sort of starts. But in saying that, I hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in, for joining in. And yeah, it should be a very good game. Obviously, the fullback there is Joseph for New Zealand. Sorry, the fullback is Joseph Manu. The wings are Ronaldo Mulitalo, as well as Jordan Rapana. The centers are Perahuku, as well as Charles Nicole Cookstad. And the second row is Dylan Edwards, as well as Jerome Hughes. The halves there, sorry. And props are Jesse Bromwich, as well as James Fisher-Harris. And the hooker there is Brandon Smith. In the second rows, you have Kenneth Bromwich, as well as Nelson Asafa Solomona. And the locks are Joseph Tarpin. In the bench there, you have Isaiah Papali'i, Kieran Foran, Britton Nikora, as well as Isaac Liu. And the 18th man there is Scott Sorensen. And for Fiji, in the fullback, you have Sunia Turova. And in the wings, Wate Karavalevu, as well as Micah Sibo. And in the centers are Kevin Naikama, as well as Semi Valeme. In the halves, you have Upper Side Korohisao, as well as Brandon Wakeham. And again, there was a bit of a switch as well. Again, both these squads had a last-minute change as well. So again, we got there in the end, as I mentioned before. And then in the props, Corbin Sims, as well as Tui Kamikamika. And then the hooker is Benoni Tangitumua. And in the second rows, you have Siwa Wong, as well as Viame Kikau. And then your lock there is Daniela Sadrugu. In the bench there is Ben Nakupuruai, Lamar Manuel Leo Levave, King Buni Hayawa, as well as Henry Raivalui. And the 18th man is Mitaeli Vuki Japani. So that is it there. We brace ourselves here for both these teams here. Obviously, Fiji with their beautiful hymn, and obviously New Zealand there with their vibrant and well-known Haka as well. Very, very electric from both sides here. Again, Fiji prepping up as well. And I hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. I will be showing my face once we kick things off here, but it's just for you guys here to have a look at the scoreboard, just to be familiar with it, with the team list. But yeah, we got Fiji here and the Kiwis. Again, both laying down the challenge in their own way here. Obviously, the last time these two teams here met, Fiji won, right? And that was the first time they actually met each other. And it's funny to even mention that, but that was the first time those two nations met ever, was 2017, and the last time they met as well. So again, a bit of catch up to do here as we have Fiji singing their hymn. And again, there's a lot in the line here. Obviously, the winner takes all, right? The winner qualifies and they verse Australia. The loser, unfortunately, packs their bags and goes home. So there's a lot on the line here for both these teams here. And yeah, we'll get into it straight away. But that is the team list there. And yeah, this is a good game here. I think for my New Zealand, the forward pack on New Zealand just need to get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? Punch up forward. They've definitely got to be able to meet Fiji, particularly out wide. I do see Fiji trying to play out wide, very expansive football. Again, it's a lot easier said than done, but I that's just the way I sort of see it processing out. Now, again, for New Zealand, their spine is intact, right? So again, it's about seeing how the spine here sort of works. I'm still backing New Zealand to win this game, however, but in saying that, though, anything can sort of happen. And there we go. That was Fiji there with their beautiful hymn there. getting ready. And now New Zealand here laying the challenge down with the all infamous Haka. And obviously it's winner take all here, so we'll have to see what happens. And here we go, the Kiwis here performing the Haka. Now laying the challenge response to Fiji's home. Now, again, both these teams there, and I will take off the team list once we get off to kickoff as well. But now I'm just watching the Kiwis here perform their Haka. And bear with me because I will take it off once it's done. But obviously, again, laying the challenge here. Very important game here, obviously, both sides. As mentioned before, the loser goes home. But in saying that, for New Zealand, it's about trying to lay that platform early. We've got their spine there, the likes of Manu, and obviously the spine there, right? In the house, Brown, as well as Hughes, and obviously Brandon Smith, laying down that platform. There's going to be so pivotal, particularly with their forward pack as well, in the mix of it. Here we go. All right, and with that being said, I want to take off the list, and hope you guys have had a good browse. And here we go. All right, it's time for us to get things underway. And yeah, they're just going with this the pack here. Fisher, Harris, Smith, Bromwich, Asova, Solomona, Bromwich, Tapine, Hughes, Brown, Mulitalo, Cookstad, Hiku, Rapana, and Manu there. And again, this will be mentioned beforehand, but again, this should be a very exciting match. I'm very excited, and I cannot wait. Yeah, bear me as well, because I'll be doing a bit of commentary as well. I don't mind that. So it'll be about me trying to work my way through the squad. Right, so I'm looking forward to it. Just showing the squads here. Again, as mentioned before, it is important. It's pivotal. Fiji going out wide, I think, is playing a bit of expansive football will be good for Fiji. I think that's the way that they can sort of look to try and capitalize things there, in my opinion. Again, for Kiwis, it's about using their forward pack, trying to see how that works out. Obviously, the last time these two nations met each other, Fiji won over in Wellington on a cold night there, and obviously the cold result there for the Kiwis. Warm one there for Fiji, but now they look here, and again, both squads have tweaked their squad up just a little bit. There's been a bit of movement here from both teams here. The likes of Hiku as well as Charles Nicole Cookstad as well back in center. So this team here, all up, has just been changed all up. And hope you guys well anyway. Thank you again for tuning in. So just join me as I sort of just give you guys a bit of live commentary here. Again, looking forward to this one here. Don't let the jersey fool you. I'm going to be very impartial nonetheless, even though I'm pretty pumped and ready to go. It is going to be a very, very good game nonetheless. Expect a lot of that forward pack. There's been a complete switchover of field. So a literal switching of sides there. Anyway, that's just the way it goes, right? And I did have the squad list up there for you guys to have a browse at. Apologies, I won't have that up there anymore. Maybe halftime chat, but in saying that, it is what it is. We'll continue. Rap and I are about to commence things off here. We've got the ref here. And I think that's, I always forget this ref's name. I've seen him around. Anyway, the Kiwis looking hard on form here. We have Fiji, the New Zealand Kiwis versus Fiji Pati in a game here. Basically, winner takes all. And as we said, that we're about to commence things. New Zealand kicked the ball off. Let's get ready. Let's get into it here. Tui Kamika there, receiving the ball, runs into a big black wall there of Kiwi defenders, and he has a good little charge up there. And now when we say that, we've got Tangi Tumo over there, Haka, and he passes the ball and is met there by solid Kiwi defense nonetheless. I feel sorry there for the person who had that ball there. Looks like it's number 14 there for Fiji. Going out wide here to Corbin Sims, met well there by Brandon Smith, tapping it, as well as Bromwich low there. And again, their third tackle set here, creeping up to the halfway line here. Big run from Fiji, but again, the Kiwis meeting him there. Now, their fourth tackle set, about 5 meters up from the halfway line, is Fiji punching up forward there. And a big run up, but a good tackle there nonetheless. Low there by James Fisher-Harris on teammate there, Sonia Turuva. And again, going on the fifth and last kick there was Goroisau. Brandon Wakeham, sorry, caught there by Ronaldo Mulitalo, and now running up to about 20 meters from their own try line now, New Zealand. So Dylan Brown off to that appears to be Charles Nicole Klukstad with the boots there. And hey, a few players there have a bit of the bright yellow boots. They're looking good there. And again, Joseph Manu there with the ball, runs in the kickoff, wrapped the one well there. And Brandon Smith looking left, right, and center. Goes up right this time around. And Hughes shown to the James Fisher-Harris. Nelson off for Sofa Solomon. Apologies. And New Zealand on the front foot here over the halfway line. Their fourth tackle set. Tarpin of the ball. Tries, you know what he's like. He's a raging bull. And engages well the defense there. And the fifth and last tackle now, Brandon Smith, about 40 meters up from the try line here. Steps inwards. Does Glenn Brown end up high up and under. But caught well there by Sonia Turuva. And now New Zealand on the front foot here defensively, and Fiji about 10 meters up from their try line. Hope you guys well. Thank you again for tuning in. And here we go. We've got the ball again. It's a penalty offside here for New Zealand. Offside there for New Zealand. I think that's Chechen, right? Chechen. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's him. Yes, New Zealand, unfortunately, offside call there for the Kiwis as Brandon Wakeham commences with a penalty kick. And yeah, good contest there between Manu as well as Sonia Turuva, right? Panthers and Roosters players respectively. So it's good to see that as we have here again with the ball in hand, number 22 there for Fiji Pati. And on hot in the attack now, Tangi Tumua now off to looks like appeared to be forward there for me, but that's Sadrugu of Fiji getting carded and carried there by the Kiwis. And again, Fiji about 40 odd meters away from their try line now. And going upwards here for the hands of Tui Kamika, again, Melbourne Storm player as well, but well handled there by James Fisher-Harris as well as Brown and Kenny Bromwich teammate, or should I say former teammate in Kenny Bromwich as well. And going out wide this time, Fiji. I'd spoke about it before. It's about exploiting that, the going out back there. Bokara Valevu is met well there. I believe that's Michael Sivo, is met well there by a few of the Kiwis out wide. Their fourth tackle set now again, about 30 odd meters now from their trial, and a big hit up there from Daniela Sadrugu there of Fiji, and the Kiwis doing well to mitigate them, holding back the defense there with Kenny Bromwich. Tangi Demore goes left this time, switches off to Goroisau with a big chip kick, and it goes out there. Very unfortunate there for Fiji, but the Kiwis get a 7-set restart now through the hands of Joseph Manu, just cutting up to the 20-meter line, taps it, and he's off. Off we go. Runs into the blue and white defense there of Fiji. I'll just call him the white wall there. All right, Brandon Smith shown to Ronaldo Mulitalo, who's not afraid of confrontation himself, though. And again, on the back foot here, though, Fiji's defense coming up well, actually. James Fisher-Harris with the ball just gets tackled. New Zealand creeping up to the halfway line through Jerome Hughes, now off to Nelson Asofa Solomon. And he's going to always attract a few defenders, though. Playing at the ruck there. So New Zealand with the ball, get a bit of fast play the ball as well, over the halfway line as well. Now about 40 meters away from their try line now, through the hands of Pita Hiku. Now Rapana running off dummy half now, trying to engage with the defense. And now New Zealand here, fifth and last, and about 20 meters up from their try line here for the hands of Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith goes out right this time, off to Hughes. Big kick here, fifth and last, and it's contested. And it looks like it's a bit of a knock-on to New Zealand, so it'll be Fiji's ball. Good pressure there from New Zealand, but again, even better, I suppose, firm hands there from Fiji, being able to hold the ball, and at least contest those kicks, because I think that's what New Zealand are going to be doing. Now we have here Turuva there, running up at top in there. And Benoni Tangi Tumo asking questions on the ref this time around. I'm going right this time over here to unfortunate there for Fiji. It would have been an obstruction and he carried on, so he stopped there, ruining the momentum there. Number 14 of Fiji. Now, penalty again. New Zealand, the ill discipline. The ill discipline is absolutely damning here. As look. Teruki, I'm sorry, man. If I show you guys the game, my channel gets deleted. I'm really sorry, but that's the way it goes. I'm sure all YouTubers, unfortunately, who show the game are much like myself. So yeah, sorry guys. If I show you the game, my channel unfortunately gets Yeah, bad. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. Look, in saying that though, good field position here, Fiji, about 30 meters up from the try line here. Again, a good karting run here by Fiji, and I believe that's number 20, number Siwa Wong there. Tangi Tumona off to Corbin Sims, who plays a bit of scrum, a bit of first receiver there. Duka Mika gets tackled now. Fiji about 10 meters up, 15 meters up from the try line, and it's just being a drop ball. Hughes there with the ball. What's happening? He gets pushed. No advantage. And it's going to be New Zealand's ball. Unfortunately, there was a hot attack there from Fiji, but unfortunately, there was a bit of a drop ball there. You got to hold the ball. You got to hold the ball. We all know this, right? I swear I should make a show there. I should make a show where I highlight where teams from, drop the ball, right? They hold the ball. You know what I mean? Like a little show, little snippet on NRL. Even International Rugby League, there's been a few moments where teams have not, practiced the good old HTB. Anyway, in saying that, New Zealand, a sigh of relief there because they now get the ball. The only reason, to be fair, examining it, their ill discipline is allowing Fiji to get good, favorable field position. But at the same time as well, New Zealand need to, again, bring that discipline there. Unfortunate, though, for Fiji, when things were looking hot, they just could not hold that ball. Brandon Smith now straight into the hands here of appears to be Peta Huku, who's carting it forward, but again driven back as well by Tapati through Siwa Wong. Brandon Smith there with the ball, and James Fisher-Harris, a good run. Corbin Sims there with an attempted hit. Brandon Smith now offloads it straight into Kenny Bromish, and again New Zealand about 2 meters away from the halfway line. Showing a replay there of an attempted hit by Corbin Sims. And now they're over the halfway line here for the hands of Jesse Bromish, the captain of the Kiwis. And again, Brandon Smith going out wide off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes goes for a darting kick, and it meets. It doesn't meet Peta Huku, unfortunately. There's a bit of again, just not holding the ball there on that occasion. It would have been a scintillating play, but unfortunate for New Zealand, was not meant to be. Now again, Fiji here with the ball on the back foot, though, about 20 meters away from their halfway line. And everything went well except the hold the ball part. It just didn't go their way. And there we go. Viliami Kikau there with the ball. Gets tackled there by teammate, James Fisher-Harris. And again, number 14 there for Fiji with the ball in hand. Fiji cutting it forward, though, to their halfway line, about 10 meters out. And instead, they opt to kick. Brandon Wakeham opts to kick. Ronaldo Mulitalo chasing that, does well. Now off to Joseph Manu, and New Zealand off now attacking from about 20 meters off their own try line now. Joseph Manu trying to cart around defenders, runs, steps, but gets tackled and manhandled there by Viliame Kikau. We all know he's not going to let you go once he has you. Jerome Hughes there with the ball, straight on to Rapana, again engaging with the defense there. And New Zealand again, it's just about 9 minutes to go of this game so far in the first half. Brandon Smith with the ball, straight into Nelson Asofa Solomona. And we all know he's just going to run it up forward, right? Brandon Smith with the ball again. Goes out left this time. It's a bit of an attacking play here. Jerome Hughes with the ball. But again, he's well tackled there by Goroisao. And Brandon Smith off the ruck, and he's running. And New Zealand, again, getting a bit of forward momentum just off the ruck play. And that's exactly what they need to do to execute it. Joseph Manu with the ball. Goes out to Jerome Hughes, kicks the ball straight into the breadbasket there. Brandon Wakeham was there to wait and deliver with the ball. He just grabbed that ball there. Again, a bit of a rush play from New Zealand probably on the fifth and last. But anyway, I digress. Sunia Turuva with the ball. And Fiji about 20 meters away from the halfway line. Trying to cut up forward there. The third tackle set here. Given Naikama there with the ball in hand. Very, he's probably the cornerstone, the anchor there with the Fijian National Rugby League team, in my opinion. Mike Garcivo there with the ball. Now, Kiwis need to hold their discipline here. Too many of their calls have been offside because they've tried to cut up forward. And that's a 6 again. As I talk about discipline, the Kiwis throw it away again and allowing the Fiji to crawl up again. And here we go. And about 10 meters away from the halfway line here, Daniela Sadrugu, he's an absolutely strong player here for Fiji. And he offloads the ball as well. Corbin Sims now offloads it straight on to Tuika Mika. And he just gets over the halfway line now. Fiji on their second tackle set as well. I hope you guys well. Thank you again for tuning in. Benoni Tangitumua now off to Corbin Sims. And again, they're over the halfway line now. Fiji, and they're about a good 40 meters away from their try line here. A good attacking position here, but it's their third set now. Tangi Tamor now off to straight on. Oh, here we go. A bit of an attacking set here, and again asking questions of the Kiwis defense. Exactly what I wanted them to do. Fiji and Valeme there gets tackled, and they're about 15 meters out now. Now they're about 20 meters now. Those passes. Brandon Wakeham straight onto Daniel Sadrugu, but he's met well there. Big hit from Brandon Smith. And again, fifth and last here for Fiji. Pati going out right this time here. Up to our pass. Micah Sibo with the ball. And he scores. Micah Sibo scores. And wow, as they say, right? Fiji over the board there, over the right line. And they've scored a try. And New Zealand left wondering if their discipline is going to change, because if they don't do it, Fiji are going to score again. That was a sensational try there by Fiji. So I'm just going to go back to the comments. Apologies. Hope you guys are well. All right. And that was a sensational try there by Fiji. Thank you again, guys. Yeah. Thank you again for being part of this. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Anyway, I digress. Fiji have just crossed over the Kiwis. Unfortunate, as you can see. Don't let my jersey fool you. I'm still going to be calling it down the middle. Obviously, yes, a bit of emotion, but we're not going to express that today. We're just going to call it as it is. Kiwis just very lackluster on that occasion there. Again, the ill discipline and this, has not been good at all in this game. And Fiji Pati taking it to him. You know, Fiji Pati, they're here to play. They're not here to muck around, right? They were painted as the underdogs, and yet they come in here as, looking like winners, right? The put points on the board there through Micah Sivo, scintillating play there from Fiji Pati, going out wide, and that was my question for Fiji. That was my sort of challenge for them, right? Go out wide, let's see what happens. Try and question that Kiwis defense, because the pace that they have is definitely almost second to none. Is with Brandon Wakeham here. Sorry, and I will update the score as well. We'll just have to wait and see though if Brandon Wakeham gets it in there, right? But gee whiz, I'll tell you what, New Zealand have been back for. It's been a balanced match so far, but it's as simple as Fiji. What do you call it? It's as simple as Fiji basically making use of their possession, of their time with the ball in hand, right? That's the reality. Looking, saying that though, Brandon Wakeham lines up for goal, and I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate it very, very much there. New Zealand running out of options there. It's not much. Yeah, what do you sort of say, right? Congrats to Fiji, and as for New Zealand, very, very poor effort there. Very poor, very poor. Here we go, and Brandon Wakeham here attempts a conversion from the sideline, and he gets it in. And so now for New Zealand, you're sort of hoping that this isn't a bit of an arm wrestle, because if it is. Hang on, sorry, because if it is an arm wrestle here for New Zealand, guess what? The question begets: do they have the? Sorry, just let me change the scores. Do they even have the kicking boots, right, to even challenge Fiji, let alone a team like Australia and so on and so forth? So we all spoke about Australia, but hey, they've got to concentrate on this game here, right? And again, big card up forward there by Sonia Turuva. And he's met by about 5-6 Kiwis, all in black there. Goodness me. Looked like an all-in brawl just then. Tangi Tamor there of the ball. Hands it off to number 24 there in Fiji. And again, things are looking a bit tense thus far there, particularly for Fiji, who have the upper hand. Corbin Sims with the ball in hand there. Third tackle set. And we're about 13 minutes in the first half of this game here. And again, going out Tangi Tamor. Now off to Tui Kamika, running into teammate there, Nelson Asofa Solomona, if you will. And here we go again. About 10 meters away from the halfway line, Fiji, and their fourth tackle set for the hands of Gikal there, who gets tackled well from Nelson Asofa Solomona, obviously switching so that he could mark him there. And again, good pressure there from the Kiwis, and an even better kick there from Fiji, who are using their kicking game as well to dictate the pace of the game, which is working in their favor considerably. Particularly when you look at the fact that New Zealand have come in here as hot favourites, and they're the ones left to look silly, aren't they, the Kiwis at the moment? So how they respond, right? Brandon Wakeham doing very well, very early as well, right? And here we go. Kiwis there with the ball. Mulitalo takes things off there. New Zealand about 25 meters away from their own try line now. Here we go. And they're creeping up the halfway line through chance to go Kookstad, heading into the Warriors next year. Joseph Manu, they're running off the ruck there. And the Kiwis just trying to find a bit of momentum, but just not getting it because Fiji able to meet them. And as I say that, though, New Zealand now over the halfway line just. And I threw the hands here for Joseph Tarp in there, running into Siwa Wong as well as Tangi Tumoa, attracting a few defenders, right? Even Brandon Wakeham going in low there, such as the strength of Tarp in there. And Brandon Smith now goes out wide off to big Jesse Bromwich there. Tackled there by ex-teammate Tui Kamika. Now off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes goes for a bit of a darting fifth play kick, again trying to apply pressure to the Fijian wingers. And well handled there by Maika Sivo. Tackled there by Rapana as well as Hiku. And again, New Zealand trying to force an error, trying to force him back. Playing very aggressively this time round here. Fiji with the ball in hand through Kikau. Going up wide this time here. And again, obviously Fiji throwing everything and the kitchen sink at the Kiwis this time round. And here we go, Tangi Tumoa. Now off to, that appears to be, who's that? Garavalevu. Garavalevu with a beautiful run. Unfortunate for Garavalevu, it's just too much there. And the Kiwis now get the ball in hand about 5 meters now from the try line. And what was a beautiful run there from Garavalevu has now turned into a bit of a nightmare. The Kiwis now have the ball for set restart as well. Going out wide this time, Nelson Asafa Solomona, right, the biggest second receiver you'll see in World Rugby League. And Jesse Bromwich opts to dummy, and there's been an offside penalty as well. And it was an obstruction. And the Kiwis, wait, hang on, what's happened here? No, it's Fiji's ball. Chechen telling him, you guys were obstruction. Right, it looks like it was an obstruction there. Yeah, okay, Brandon Smith opting to pass the ball after, yeah, that's right. So Brandon Smith acts as obstruction, and there we go. The rest is history. And New Zealand, again, making a meal of it, allowing Fiji in again. It's been pretty poor from New Zealand. I'm doing well not to get a bit emotional here, if you know what I mean. I'm getting a bit heated at the moment at seeing the Kiwis play like this. But anyway, I digress. As Corbin Simmons with the ball there, about 40 meters out from their try line now. Fiji doing well to capitalize on the New Zealand basic errors here. Basically, simple as that. Tangi Tumoa now coming off, running off our dummy half, and he runs into Bromwich as well as James Fisher-Harris. And again, we're about nearing the 20-minute mark here. Goroi Sao trooping around here. Daniela Sadrugu with a big, huge carry. And he's such a strong figure. Very imposing figure there for Fiji. Bati. Tangi Tumoa this time around here. Now off to Turuva. And then Naikama goes in to score a try. And the Kiwis are left here on the back foot looking like absolute clowns. And the Fijians are celebrating. And there you go. You know, you love to see it. You know, you love to see it at the end of the day. You know, because, I could go into an absolute rant here. I won't, but let's go. Anyway, Fiji, brilliant score there by Kevin Naikama, slicing that defense there. Again, New Zealand with optimal prime ball possession, opting to rather do an obstruction as opposed to trying to be clean. And Fiji, through the hands there of Naikama, running through Dylan Brown. You don't see that often, but there was such a good line there. That was a good run. Brilliant play there from Fiji. Pati executing it through the hands of Turuva, off to Naikama. And it looks like there was a chance to go Kookstad, actually. Hang on, just let me see. Who was the defender? Was that Brown? No. That was chance to go Kookstad there, who unfortunately could not hold the man. Right? I talk about hold the ball, but sometimes you got to hold the man, and he did not hold the man. And therefore, they've got to try. And Fiji up. Much to the disbelief for many, but I suppose at the same time, the writing was potentially on the wall. I don't know where you guys sort of stand here. I'm a little bit frustrated, but it is what it is, you know. I'm not too frustrated, but goodness me, right? Fiji doing well to capitalize there, and their kick to come. I'm just gonna put down 12-0 because, you know, they ain't gonna miss from there. They're not gonna miss. And gee whiz, hang on. Well, Fiji taking advantage of those opportunities. Kiwis, absolutely. Any Samoans in here? Ref got Fiji at the tab. Yeah, look, I suppose we'll shut this live. He shows the game. Hey, just quickly as well, I'm always reading the comments on Pacific Brothers, and obviously New Zealand seems to be shut down. Just remember, New Zealand is also a Pacific island as well, right? We all got to share love to New Zealand as well. Yeah, I'm a Tongan fan, but at the same time, I love the Kiwi, love the black. So anyway, I digress. As again, they show the replay there of Sunia Turuva, and not even an attempt there by Chance to call Cookstad. That was very, oh boy. I'm not even going to comment on that. I'm just going to smile, right? Give guys the commentator smile. Look forward to the next play there. But in saying that, Fiji have been very, very dominant, and it's so good to see Fiji dominate. As for New Zealand, well, they go back and they start again, eh? And here we go. Start again, the kickoff here. Rightio. And through the hands here of, who is this here? And a big Tuika Mika again in New Zealand on the back foot now with their discipline has been thrown out the window. And obviously Fiji are a good team. They're going to take advantage of it, This is simple as that. And here we go. Lamar, Manuel Leo Lavave coming off the bench there for our Fiji. And Michael Maguire looking a bit frustrated there. So am I. So am I suppose. But if you're a Fijian fan, you're absolutely loving this. And it's good to see, though, to be fair. Corbin Sims there with the ball in hand, off to Tangi Tumoa. Now, again, a big charging run. Goodness me. That was a big charging run there from Sunia Turuva. And the halfway line, just about. Big kick there from Brandon Wakeham. And again, a good collection there from Joseph Manu. Joseph Manu, now the fullback here of the Kiwis, obviously, trying to put himself in this game here. But how can you with this tenacious Fijian defense? And again, we go straight into a Dylan Brown now off to and it's a penalty. And now it's the other way around. Hang on, apologies. I'll just quickly through comments. Yeah, please do live stream. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will definitely be up and doing a live stream reaction to Tonga and Samoa. So again, bear with me as we do that as well later on tomorrow morning. But anyway, and saying that now New Zealand here over the halfway line, right, with the ball in hand, their first tackle set, and James Fisher-Harris met well there by Manuel Levave as well as Sims there, going out wide this time, straight to the hands of Tapine, and about 40 meters up from their try line now. The Kiwis an offload, opposite for an offload here. Brandon Smith with the ball, goes out to Jerome Hughes, and he's caught well there by Brandon Wakeham. Brandon Smith here off the ruck, passes it straight on to Joseph Manu, and Manu again trying to sweep around here. New Zealand have looked good, but their discipline has just been lacking. They've just been, the discipline needs as we said it though. Isaac Liu there with the ball in New Zealand now on the front foot, about halfway from their try line, about 5 meters away, 2 meters away now with Joseph Tapine in the way he's running. And again, Fiji's on the back foot right now, and our Kiwis looking to exploit, going out wide this time here for Brandon Smith. Off to Brown, off to Hughes, goes for a darting little kick, and collected there by Sunia Turuva. And again, the fifth tackle set and the discipline from New Zealand has just not been there. Again, kudos there to Fiji for just doing well to handle it and again, take care of that pressure at its boiling point and then easing off there as well, much like what we've been seeing again here. And again, Fiji on the second tackle set. New Zealand trying to obviously show a bit of authority here defensively, but again, trying not to give away a penalty at the same time. And again, a good darting run there. That looks like it's number 19 there for Fiji. And again, he's met there by a good black wall there. And again, good karting run there by King Yayawa, sorry, apologies. And Tangi Tumoa there with the ball, goes up wide to Brandon Wakeham. Wakeham in the fifth and last. Big boot here. Again, a bit of a better defensive set there from the Kiwis. As for Fiji, now their time to try and defend. And Manu opts to dummy the ball there, but gets tackled there by 22 there in Fiji and the Siwa Wong. And now, here we go, chance to go Klukstad. Runs into a white wall there, the Fijian wall. And Dylan Brown acting dummy half now. And it looks like it's Joseph Manu again, who's been very active in the last 5 minutes for the Kiwis. Brandon Smith now the ball off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes passed it inwards now. And here we have Rapana trying to cart his way through. and it's just all a little bit too one-dimensional there from the Kiwis. Brandon Smith with the ball there. And Isaac Liu pops it off to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown straight onto number 11 there. Who is that? Sorry. Chance to go Klukstad. Apologies. Kenneth Bromwich acting dummy half in the fifth and last now. Dylan Brown goes for a big kick. We'll just see what happens. And collected well. Knocked on there by Micah Sivo. And it's a knock-on first by Fiji. New Zealand, for the first time in the game, get a bit of a, or second time, should I say, anyway, get a bit of a favorable call. And here we go. And there was Micah Sivo had the ball, then he dropped it. And Rapana collected it and then tried to be a bit too fancy. And that's the thing with New Zealand. They just need to settle down. As for Fiji, what they're doing is good. Just because they're keeping it simple. There's no need to rush here and there. You know, they're keeping it simple. Apart from that one time, Wata Korevu sort of rounded the ball there. But anyway, I digress. As Kiwis on the attack here. Mulitalo, and he scores a try. New Zealand now on the board. But the question is, though, can they get the kick in? It's as simple as that. Good play off the scrum there. But again, Fiji sleeping in the fence there. Good comeback there, hit back there from the Kiwis. And just the try they needed really. Off the scrum there, through the hands of Smith, off to Jerome Hughes, off to Brown, and then again drawing in one defender, and he goes out wide there. Jeez Louise, is a good play. And that's exactly what the Kiwis needed. As for Fiji Pati, bit unfortunately on that occasion. You see Sonia Turuva rushing up to Mulitalo, and as both men slide, one man slides right into the advertisement boards or whatever you want to call them there on the side there. Thankfully, he's okay, but did not look good there for a bit. But anyway, here the Kiwis, obviously 4, and I will change the scoreline. Apologies, wow. Okay, I did not even have the scoreline up. I am so sorry for that. All right, so after this kick here, I'll determine whether, and we got the Kiwi staff there. Mulitalo obviously cooling himself down there. Rapana going for goal here. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm just going to be upfront. I don't think he'll get this in, so we'll just leave it here. Here's the scoreline for you guys there. Yeah, that's a good fade. Yes. Here we go. Rapana lining up for goal here. Rapana. And he's sizing up the goalposts. He's looking to see if he can do it. And he attempts to go. He's going for kick now, guys. Goes for kick. And he gets it in. Well, there you go. How, if I reckon if I keep doing that, he might get in all his kicks, eh? I'm surprised because the Kiwis' goal kicking has been absolutely poor. My own honest opinion. All right. Here we go. A lot of Fijian fans here as well. Let's go Fiji. All right, here we go. So 6-12. The Kiwis there. I'm surprised. I'm happy. There you go. Up on the Troy says, bro. All right, good work. And Hughes now off to Jane Fisher-Harris. But met well there by solid white defense there. The Fijian wall does well through King Vuniawa as well as Tuika Mikamika. We have here Big Nelson Asofa Solomona, and he's just a big body. How do you handle someone like that? Big Nelson Asofa Solomona, Samoan descent, and Samoan Maori descent, sorry. And we have there Isaac Liu. Big Nelson, eh? Beautiful to see. And now New Zealand here on the front foot now. Tapping it, opposite offload, but again gets tackled just before he does. Brandon Smith now running off the ruck now. And I had Joseph Manu again getting himself involved in. And I suppose that might be the secret to Kiwis catching up here, is getting him more involved. He's got to play he needs to be a bit more hands-on, which is what's happening. Now Micah Sivo there with the ball. An attempted grab there by Peter Huku does not go the way he wants it. But again, New Zealand on the front foot here defensively. And Fiji about 12 meters away from their own try line now. So again, New Zealand trying to pressure, but again, you don't want to give away penalties. And again, this is about the second tackle set here for Fiji. For the hands here, of number 19 there for Fiji. And number 19 there for Fiji. And here we go. And again, a big hit there. Big hit on Makasiwa there from Garavelevu, from Perahuku. And again, King Vuniawa attracting a few defenders, fifth and last. Been a better defensive set here from the Kiwis. Exactly what they needed, right? And Fiji about 30-odd meters away from their own halfway line. So this was perfect here for the Kiwis. But again, in saying that, we have Mulitalo, Samoan, the centre as well. Ronaldo Mulitalo opts the pass, goes for a run himself. Dummy passes it, and he's got Brandon Smith, but again, a beautiful tackle there from Sunia Turuva. And about the Kiwis, about 30 meters away from the try line here. Nobody in sight, just about. And Joseph Manu spills the ball. Oh, here we go. And handbags are flying. Handbags are flying. Handbags are flying. We don't need that. We don't need that. Everyone's greeting each other through the middle, saying, how's it going? Everyone's just trying to check in on everyone's family. You know, hey, how's the family's going? Yeah, they're going good, right? That's the way we look at it. But Ronaldo Mulitalo there with the ball steps around Naikama, and he had a good scintillating run. Very good run. Sensational, actually. And passes it off to Dylan Brown. But again, the Kiwis trying to be a bit too pretty here. Joseph Manu should have just practiced HTB. Just hold the ball. But there's a beautiful tackle there, nonetheless, though, from Fiji. And then tapping it and Sonia Turuva getting, you know, just getting well acquainted with each other. You know, how's it going? What's been happening? You enjoying this game? Yeah, I am. You know what I mean? The old, good old argy-bargy there. But again, Fiji at the ball. And New Zealand just not really making ends meet there, right? They're not really making ends meet there, New Zealand. And Fiji here, again, breathing a sigh of relief here. Packing the scrum down here. Brandon Wakem feeds the ball. Now off here to a big Garava level here, I believe it is, of Fiji. And, sorry, there was, Vale mate, my apologies. And again, Micah Siva was met by an aggressive black wall there. The black wall there of New Zealand. And Natangi Tumor now going up wide here. Goes up straight into another Fijian player. And apologies, I can't see the number there. And that's number 10 there. Of course, that's number 10 there. That's Nakapuai there for Fiji. And again, King Vuniawa there with the ball in hand. Trying to push forward there. Tangi Tumor about 30 meters out from their trial halfway line. And Brandon Wakem opts to kick as well into the breadbasket here of Joseph Manu, who's been very involved in the last 15 minutes. Very high level of concentration involvement too, by the way. Almost like every second set pass, he's actually got the ball in hand. Mulitalo with the ball now. Casts it up, but is met there by the Fijian wall there. And now off to Brown, off to chance to call Klukstad, who stopped there. Manuel Levave there with a big hit, followed by Nakabuai as well in there as well for Fiji. As we have Kenny Bromwich trying to creep up the halfway line. But Fiji's defense again, in exchange for New Zealand's, trying to meet them there as well in the middle. And Isaac Liu there tracking a few defenders as New Zealand now creeping up about 40 meters away now from their try line. Fifth and last tackle here, Brandon Smith, and now we've reached the 9. So about 9 minutes to go in this game here. And Sivo, bang, collects the ball and just drops back. The smartest and safest technique in rugby league to do when you have the ball in hand. Valeme acting dummy half, and he goes up wide here to Turuva. Turuva, unfortunately, though, is dragged back beyond belief. Goodness me. He's virtually just about dragged, and he knocks the ball on by the looks of it. He knocks it on. He dropped the ball there, and now he's going to have the ball. Nelson Afasofa Solomon, I think, drops the ball purposely, intentionally, for New Zealand to try and get another, just to try and clean things up a bit. So there was a little bit smart. It's smart play there. Drops the ball. He drops the ball. He absolutely gets mauled there to Ruva. And again, New Zealand now have the ball about 5 meters out from the try line now. Brandon Smith looking left, right, and steady. You almost feel like he's going to run for it. He doesn't this time. He goes up to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes shown into the hands of Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown jukes around here. Tries to step here, step there. And New Zealand again about 5 meters out here through the hands of Brandon Smith. Otto Nelson, Asofa Solomona. And we all know where this guy's going. He's only going up front, right? That's the side step. Asofa Solomon there, the Samoan side step up the guts there. Dylan Brown now off to Joseph Manu. He's going to try and engage the defense here. New Zealand, about their fourth tackle set now. It'll do well to go out wide, I reckon. Brandon Smith Off to Tapine, knocks the ball on. He knocks the ball on in goal, and it was very sloppy there from the Kiwis. Very sloppy there from the Kiwis. New Zealand tried to be a bit too, no, just wasn't good enough. Just wasn't good enough. And a 7-set restart there for Fiji. Well deserved. Good defense though from Fiji. Again, holding that, just holding that Kiwis barrage. It's simple as that. And again, a big run here from Nakupuwai now. And Fiji on the front foot here with the ball. About 20 meters away now from the halfway line. Siwa Wong here trying to cart it up forward. And he's made some good meters there, about 5 meters in that run there. Tangi Tumua now, and off to Lamar Manuel Levave there, and King Wuniawa with the ball about exactly on the halfway line right now for Fiji. Tangi Tumua goes out left this time around here, inside ball off to Manuel Levave there, who's met well there by Liu as well as Asofa Solomona. Again, Tangi Tumua now, 4th tackle set here for Fiji. And Wuniawa opts to a run instead of passing out the ball. All right, Kiwis now prepping here for the 5th and last kick. And Fiji go in a big boot here by Koroisau, but it's caught well there by Joseph Manu. Now, New Zealand on the back foot here. 5 minutes, just about 5 minutes to go in the first half here. And a big run there from Rapana. But again, good tackle there by Koroisau to catch him. And sorry, guys, I'll read the comments here. Now off to Pitahuku. Pitahuku tries to step in. But again, a man called Manuel Levave meets him well there. Brandon Smith. Now off to Kenny Bromwich there, who's caught. And Kiwis here on the 4th. Going up wide this time around. And Brandon Smith opts to kick on the 4th off the ruck. You don't see that too often, actually. Well, there you go. That was interesting. I'm a bit baffled here, but you take it, right? And again, the Kiwis going up front here. Sonia Turuva and Rapana having a bit of a laugh to each other as he absolutely gets a wallop there. And Sibo there with the ball, carting it up now. And now we're exactly 5 minutes away now from the first half ending. And number 22 there, Karava level there with the ball. And Tangi Tumor now, dummy half, goes out to, that appears to be Siwa Wong. And get 4th tackle here. Kiwi about 10 meters away from the halfway line. As I say that, though, Sunia Turova nearly has a bust, and he's such a good player. Penrith Panthers just produce good players. They just never run out of good players. Extremely jealous. I see Papali'i on the field now for the Kiwis, and it's been a drop ball there from kickoff. Unfortunate there for Fiji. Things were happening for Fiji, but unfortunately, if you don't hold the ball, you don't go anywhere forward. And there we go. A bit of a wobble, a bit of a tap forward, and the Kiwis have the ball here through Isaiah Papali'i, looking to try and barge his way through. As again, Papali'i off to the Tigers next year. Brandon Smith now with the ball off to Nelson Asofa Solomon, the man of the hour. Love watching him play. Absolutely love watching him play for the Kiwis. And Brandon Smith here with the ball. Going out left this time around here, off to the hands of Brown. Brown off to Kenny Bromwich. Bromwich tries to step around, but a beautiful tackle there by Brandon Wakeham. The Kiwis here on the front foot here. Chance to go quick start straight off to Brown. Brown off to Hughes. Hughes decides to dart around, and he's collected well there by Wuniawa as well as Tangi Tumua. But again, Tangi Tumua is down, and it looks like it's going to be Kiwis ball again. Set restart. And Petahuku now tackled well there by Gorisao as well as Vale May. And again, about 10 meters out now from the try line. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. Sorry, I'll get to the comments soon. Join me for the halftime chat as well. And again, Isaiah Papali'i as well. Met there again by the brilliant white wall there, Fijian defenders. Wuniawa as well as Manuel Levale have been very, very good for Fiji coming off the bench. As we have Dylan Brown going out wide. But again, collected there by Kenny Bromwich. And again, Kiwis about 5 meters away from their try line here. Through the hands here of Isaac Liu. Opting to kick, opting to pass, but we all know he's going to run it up the guts. And about 2 meters out here, Brandon Smith goes out wide this time here. Hughes, a good tackle there on Britain Nikora. Beautiful tackle there. And there was Vale May going in low, I believe. And here we go. Papali'i with a one-handed carry. Not the wisest thing to do. And Kiwis now 5th and last. Fiji's defense has been so good. Been so good, though, to be fair. And here we go, Dylan Brown. What's happening? He's passed it on field. Whoa. Wait, sorry. Oh, wow. what appeared to be apologies if your ears hurt. My bad. I was very just, whoa, what happened there? So we have Dylan Brown attempting to go for a kick, and the ball unfortunately beats both Mulitalo as well as looks like Garave level there. Anyway, Fiji with the ball in hand right now. This has been a good tight match of rugby league. It's what you want to see, right? A good tight game here, and given Naigama there with the ball, rolls around, but it's tackled there by Papali'i. Set restart, unfortunately, there for the New Zealand, the Kiwis, though, but fortunately there for Fiji, and a good carry there by Gorisao. Now they got wide here through the hands here of Muniawa, and again, I've been saying his name all the time. He's been very, very pivotal for Fiji coming off the bench here. Tangi Tumoa off to a Lamar Manuel Levave, again, a very potent player. Him and Muniawa have been so good together. Anyway, going up wide here, Tangi Tumoa over the halfway line now, and their fourth tackle set. And again, there's a bit of an overlap here, a bit of a situation here. Nakama fends off Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown not really attempting to tackle. And again, slowing down the ball there. Kiwis probably should have been a penalty to Fiji, but in saying that, Brandon Wakeham the ball off to a big Ben Nakupuwai there. And Tangi Tumoa now about 5 meters up from the try line here. What's going to happen? Felen's Kikau, but an intercept there from Rapana and caught there by Joseph Manu. And New Zealand clean up what could have been a very dire situation there for him as Fiji were hot in the attack. And Peta Huku there with the ball in hand. And again, a good tackle there. Low on a Rapana. Now, just Manu acting dummy half, shown onto Peta Huku. And I think New Zealand are just going to play a simple game here. It's about 30 seconds away now from the first half ending. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in, for joining in. And join me as well for the halftime chat as we talk about all things involved in this game here. As Papa Lee tries to card his way forward, attracts a few defenders there. And again, Rapana with the ball in hand goes out to Brandon Smith straight into Isaac Liu. Liu into the hands of Jerome Hughes. Off to a big hard pass to Mulitalo. Mulitalo, the overlap here. Attempted grab there by Nakama, and he gets him at the end. 5 seconds to go here. And again, New Zealand, the ball in hand, last play. And they deem it a knock on. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, just quick. I'm going to read the comments. Yeah, handbags. Okay, just go by if you want to watch them. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So again, join me for the halftime chat here. Right, hope you guys are well. This Kiwis team is hard to watch. Fiji never going to get called for offside. Going to go to this plane, I think. Yeah, go to church there, Mark. I think that's probably the better idea. Leave the crazies here like myself to watch and commentate this game. Look, in saying that though, join me here for the halftime chat. All right, here we go. Wow. First and foremost, kudos and good stuff there from Fiji Pati, right? They have been the better team, in my own opinion, this whole half here. Fiji, New Zealand, with their selections, I've always questioned their selections. I questioned their selections when I saw it. I had Sebastian Chris playing. Obviously, you might have, Marata Nukore potentially, but I thought for mine, someone else besides Chance to go Cookstad, defensively. Again, I'm not trying to call out players here. Actually, what I'll do, I might even, sorry, I'll just show my face. Actually, I was just going to pray for us, cuz. Absolutely. Look, what do you sort of say? I mean, Fiji have been hot off the dial, right? They've been so good offensively, defensively, able to withstand that Kiwi pressure, right? It's as simple as that, right? There's just nothing else to sort of say there. As for the Kiwis, for them, they haven't been able to do much at all. Again, lacking the sorry guys, I'm just connecting pieces and bits here, bits and bobs and all that jazz. All right, here we go. Oh, hang on. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Hope you guys are well this morning. Wherever you're watching from, whether that be New Zealand, Australia, UK, the islands, wherever it is, hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. Yeah, look, this game here for mine, obviously, it's been a bit of a rough one here to watch for the Kiwis, but for Fiji, just going back to them, what I think Fiji have done well is not only defensively, but they've actually been able to spread the ball out wide. Now, what I mean by that is obviously any team can, but what I mean by that is it's been so controlled. They haven't been trying to overplay their hand. They've been very simple and very basic. Fiji, you normally expect that from a team like Fiji to go try and spread the ball, try and do things fast and stuff. But no, they've been actually very timid, very quiet, and playing very well, in my opinion, which has worked very well in their for them. As for New Zealand, they've been trying to overplay their hand. They've been trying to do things a bit too pretty there. Again, the spine not connecting. Now you can look at it and be like, well, that's what happens when, you barely get a team together. A spine playing a certain amount of games, sure, whatever. But at the same time as well, it's just not good enough from the Kiwis. It really isn't. It isn't good enough from the Kiwis. Again, from Fiji, Pati, it's been good. It's been sensational. It's everything you want to see of a team there you're backing. But not good enough, in my opinion. Not good enough. I'll just go for the team stats here as well, guys, just to give you guys a bit of context as to what on earth it is I'm talking about. All right. So here we go. And it's the halftime stat. So 48% possession, New Zealand, 52% to Fiji. So it's been a bit rough. It's been a bit tight. All right. Completion rate, New Zealand, 85%, Fiji, 75%. Goodness me. You know what that tells you? That tells me that if Fiji actually complete more of their sets here, they're probably going to be in front more. That's how I sort of interpret that, in all honesty. All right, attacking runs, New Zealand 99 runs, Fiji 96 runs. New Zealand running 906 meters, Fiji 789. Post-contact meters, 249 to New Zealand, 278 to Fiji. Line breaks, 3 to New Zealand, 2 to Fiji. Tackle breaks, 21 to New Zealand, 20 to Fiji. What that also shows me as well is that both sides are obviously throwing defense out the window. It's attacking footy. The illusion of attacking footy is it obviously looks sensational, looks good. But on the other hand of the other side of the coin is that it's just bad defense as well at the same time. And that's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing scintillating attacking footy, which is good to see for us fans, but at the same time, it's a coach's nightmare because that means your team that you're coaching are missing a whole heap of tackles, and that's exactly what we're seeing here with our 21 tackle breaks there to the Kiwis and 20 tackle breaks there to the Fijians. New Zealand needs to fix up the defense. It's been very, very lackluster. As for Fiji, well, again, they're doing what they can. Obviously, I'm sure they can absolutely tackle and do a lot better for sure. But you get what I mean? It's beautiful to see, but at the same time, yeah. Anyway, I digress there. So defense here, the efficiency. So New Zealand overall have had 87.66% efficiency compared to Fiji having 86.8% efficiency. New Zealand making 206 tackles, Fiji making 167. Right? Fiji with 20 missed tackles there. New Zealand there with 20 missed tackles, just as they have the ball. There we go. I'm just going to read the comments quickly. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Can semi-cross code play for Fiji? Was a prerequisite to play World Cup? Can semi-cross code to play for Fiji? Oh, do you mean like play union? Is that what you mean? Sorry. Apologies there. Yeah, sorry. No, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I'm not sure. Yeah, just tell me what you mean by that. If it's union talk, sorry, I'm going to flush it down. That's all. I don't like union. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm a one-eyed leaguey here. All right, I don't talk about union. All right, so here we go. Four errors there to New Zealand, 6 errors there to Fiji, 3-2 penalty count there. What can you sort of say? I mean, New Zealand have, if I could even add to what I'm saying, and again, please feel free to write down in the comments, what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win, actually, in the second half? Who do you think wins? Do you think Fiji hold on? Or do you reckon, for example, I don't know, New Zealand, I'll come back and win the game? We all know that that pre-game, that post-match interview there with Tedesco basically skimming over Australia, Fiji, New Zealand, you know what I mean. It barely, Gurumosa. Yeah, look, I'm sorry, Gurumosa, I can't do it for you because if I do the game there is, if I do, my channel's terminated. I would love to show it to you guys. Absolutely, I would. But if I do, YouTube will shut me down and I will be no more. All right. There'll be no more hold the ball. It'll be hold to nothing. So again, we gotta march through. We gotta march through like these two teams here trying to win the game. Anyway, look in saying that though, New Zealand's spine looked very shaky. All right, obviously having the addition of Jerome Hughes there is good, is pivotal for him. But I just feel like it's a bit shaky there. Dylan Brown looks like the weakest link of them all, in my opinion. right? That's what I think. As for Fiji, their spine has been good. Turova, right? And obviously the last minute change there, obviously having Koroisau as well as Brandon Wakeham. And the hooker there, Tangi Tumoa has been very good. Tangi Tumoa has been very good there for Fiji. I think he's been sensational coming off the ruck, controlling the pace of the ruck, passing out to the to the players. Benoni Tangi Tumoa has been good, very, very good for Fiji. Better than Brandon Smith, dare I even say. In my own opinion, he has been. All right, and again, the halves there for Fiji. Apisai Koroisau, Brandon Wakeham. Again, Brandon Wakeham's kicking game has been so crucial to Fiji's dominance in the first half. Right, it's been so crucial. Seeing what's around him, being aware, and being able to, instead of trying to fight through, sometimes he just kicks. Sometimes it's better just to be patient, kick the ball, and use your defensive sets. Fiji are absolutely a very good team defensively. You're seeing it right there. And Awate Karava level as well has been pretty good in my opinion. But yeah, it's been good this spine. And obviously Sunia Turova. Sunia Turova has had a good showing thus far. I think he's been probably better, or if not just he's either been just better than Joseph Manu or just below him in terms of in terms of today, just above or just below. He's been pretty good though, not far from it. All right, we're talking about a world-class fullback in Joseph Manu and Sunia Turova, making himself look just like a world-class fullback as well, which is very good to see there. And again, the likes of Tania Saturuku. I just don't think for mine, New Zealand's forward pack has been able to match Fiji's. That's quite surprising. I really thought they would have, but no, New Zealand, their forward pack just, yeah. It is what it is, right? New Zealand Rugby League, it's very funny that there's so much there to unwind of Kiwis Rugby League. But Joseph Tapine hasn't been good. Fijian forward pack and their backs have been better than New Zealand's. As simple as that. Probably in the halves, you might have to give it to Hughes, potentially on his own. But definitely Dylan Brown has been falling off. I don't know. Give me your own opinions. Sorry, I'm just literally okay. Sorry, G. I meant can Semi Radradra another season crossover and play in this World Cup. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, look, I'm not too sure. Okay. Yeah, look, that's okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, look, I'm not too sure about the protocols regarding that, particularly from, Fiji Sevens. I'm not sure how they do it coming into Fiji Pati. I'm not sure how Fiji Pati will do it, but one would assume that if they're available and they could play, Fiji Pati would have them on, right? Right? It's actually, yeah, they're such a potent Fijian team, right? And we got to remember, Fiji that's not even their best squad. They've got a whole heap of players waiting out there back in Australia and so on and so forth, right? They could be playing the Saifiti brothers, right? You know what I mean? They could have added so much to this forward pack here. That would have been brilliant, right, for Fiji. So again, it's not their best team, and yet they're playing so well. Full credit to them. Now, as I said, that looking for both teams here. Now the question is, how do you win in the second half? All right, how do you win? And I suppose we'll say that and then we'll wrap it up because I think the two teams will come out soon. For Fiji, no, for New Zealand, it's as simple as this: don't overplay your hand. Don't get too fancy. Just cover the basics, do the basics. When the forward pack start passing the ball around like, they're in a basketball game, it gets frustrating to watch because then that's when the knock-ons happen, obstructions happen, silly things happen. So it's better to just play it simple. Apply the pressure because New Zealand definitely do look threatening, but they apply the pressure, keep the discipline in check, right? Simple as that. Now, as for Fiji Pati, how do they continue on their way and win? Go out wide. Keep going out wide. Play that simple structure footy and just defend because defensively, I don't think New Zealand defensively, Fiji are very good, and New Zealand are not challenging them. They're not challenging them at all. All right, I just think for mine that New Zealand just too bland on offense here. I don't know if it's because the fact that their spine have not really played together much, right, and they've been thrown to a big game. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely a bad game here from New Zealand. They're trying. Don't get me wrong, they're trying. But at the same time as well, it's a very good game here from Fiji Pati. So that's right. Just keep the basics there for New Zealand. As for Fiji, keep applying that pressure and just keep doing what they're doing because it's really good. Basic footy is working out for them, in my opinion. So, Ellen, through the Fiji forwards. Yeah, you're right. The Fiji forwards, absolutely, they have been. Yeah, there is. I feel like making a post video here on Kiwis Rugby League. There's so much to dissect about it, and again, apology to anyone here of Fijian fan base or listen to this, sorry, it'll be very brief, but I do plan on actually making a video on Kiwis Rugby League, highlighting the reality of where Kiwis Rugby League is. It's funny. It's funny. I don't want to dive too much into it because I really want to try and give you guys something to think about, and I don't want to throw you guys the bait now, so to speak. But I do want to talk about it because it is interesting, and the reason why it is interesting is because there's just so many factors around Kiwis Rugby League that everyone talks about them being the tier 1, right? The top dog nation, right? But historically, look at the history here of New Zealand Rugby League, and look at what they produced in the world stage, and ask me, do they really deserve? Anyway, I won't go there. But the way they're playing now absolutely goes hand in hand with my thoughts on Kiwi Rugby League. Right? There's just too much of this and that, and the reality is Kiwi Rugby League is not as strong as we think it is. Never has been. You may say the players of the 80s, sure, but let's be honest, historically, what did New Zealand win? Anyway, I'll stop there. I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive into this one here. Get ready. And yes, there might be a bit of controversial elements as well involved in this one here, because the reality is we need a deep dive and look into everything wrong with New Zealand Rugby League. Maybe even right. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Again, apologies. Hope you guys are... Look. Yeah, you say they're tier 1, right? And that's because obviously the fan base and stuff. But historically, are they really tier 1? I mean, yes, in the sense that they're being able to beat tier 2 nations, but in terms of being truly dominant in the world stage, are they really historically? Nah. There's only one true country that dominates, right? We all know who they are. I'm not going to say their name, but we all know who truly dominates. And New Zealand are not even close to them historically. New Zealand not even close to Australia historically. Everyone says New Zealand's tier 1. They are by technicality, but historically, anyway, I'll leave that for another time. Get ready for that video there. It's going to be controversial. Anyway, here we kick things off here with the ball. And again, just to leave you guys out there wanting more, just teasing you guys there. Get ready for that video. Anyway, Kiwis kick it off. But now Kiwis here on the attack here. Kenny Bromwich here with the ball. And about 20 meters up from their halfway line here. Brandon Smith here, second tackle set. Here we go. Big run there from Isaac Liu. And going up left, right here. Brandon Smith out to big Nelson Asofa Solomona here. And again, a good carting run forward, however. And Brandon Smith. Big run here by Joseph Manu. And now the Kiwis here on the front foot now. A fifth tackle set here and about 40 meters up from the try line. Hughes goes for a big high up and under. And it collected well there. Big punt that was. And collected there by Mike Sivo. And again, about 1 minute gone in the first half, second half. Vale May there of the ball is collected well there by Jersey, the black defenders. Hey, how you guys going? Oh, Sam, how you going, Sam? So good to have you here. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. And again, Fiji here on the front foot now of Benoni Tangitumua. And again, now for the hands on Kevin Naikama and about 10 meters off from the halfway line here. Fiji now with the ball in hand. And Sonia Durova, again, he's been asking for the ball many an occasion. He's not scared to confront the big boys here. And Fiji there on the fifth and last, and Kiwis there with a good defensive set. Now, big kick here through the hands here of Ronaldo Mulitalo from Samoan descent, Mulitalo. We all know the controversy there between him and the Maroons there, but obviously it sorted itself out here. And we have Charles Nicole Klukstad. You could probably be done there for a crusher there from King Buniawa. There's a Fijian coach there, looks on. And a good run there, good dart by Brandon Smith, but he's met well there, but opposite there in Benoni Tangi Tuimoa. And again, big run here from Kenneth Bromwich. But again, he's wrapped up well there. New Zealand over the halfway line, but not making much meters at all, actually. And Nelson off of Solomona, off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes, And again, the ball just goes wayward. And Peter Hiku here has to clean up. Goes up to Rapana. Rapana trying to find some space here. And he does somewhat, and he kicks it back straight into the breadbasket there. And again, just trying to be too pretty, the Kiwis, eh? And I spoke about it before, trying to not be pretty is probably the best way to go about it. And obviously now we have here Wellington there with the ball, carting it in the halfway line here. Goresa with the ball in hand. I hope you guys are doing well as well. Thank you again for tuning in. Ben Knucklebuwai there with the ball in hand. And a big run there from from Fiji there. Sorry, just showing the replay. I don't know what's going on. And again, here we go. Here we go. And it appears to be a big run there from Sonia Turuva. And Fiji going to the opposite end. Nakama scores. Fiji have scored again. Fiji have scored again. Kevin Nakama with a sensational try. Opting to go to the other end. Right, the opposite end. He was going to pass, but he goes down the more thinner end of the field. And the Kiwis looking very perplexed and confused and out of breath. And yeah, I just had this feeling this was going to happen. You know, I mean, obviously, I tipped the Kiwis to win, but at the same time, I think the writing was in the wall, right? I hope Fiji get a score here. I hope they get a try here. I hope they get a try here. Try. Kevin Nakama scores the ball, and Fiji are over again. So good to see. As for New Zealand Rugby League, or the Kiwis, should I say, you try to go pretty, you're gonna absolutely pay for it. And Rapana again costing his teammates there. Shouldn't have gone for that pretty play there. He should have just held the ball alongside. I think it was just I don't know what to make of it. There you go. And I reckon you'll get the kick in as well. So I'm just going to hang on here. I want to hang on to the points here. But again, Kevin Nakama, second try of the match. He's probably going to be the player of the match here. And again, you know, you realize if Fiji beat New Zealand, right, that means that'll be the second loss. That means that Fiji will have it two wins over him, right? 2 wins over him. That's 100%, right? And just remember, New Zealand is still going to be classified as Tier 1 after this. Yeah, no, that's a good try there by Nakama. Unfortunately, there for New Zealand, once it up and I tried to be a bit too pretty, they were on the back foot and they tried to clean up, but they couldn't because you know Fiji have very good attacking back. Their back line solid, simple as that. And again, we have here Brandon Wakeham lining up for goal here. They'll call this an upset. They might call it an upset, but it might sound controversial to you guys, but if Fiji win, obviously, if you look at the teams on paper, it's an upset. But would I really consider it? Am I surprised? No, not really. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be the party pooper here, so to speak. But I just don't think I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised. It's not an upset to me that Fiji win. They've got the team to do it. They've got the squad to do it. Yeah, there we go. Now, USA Rugby League fan, I think you're missing me completely there, man. So just get ready for the It's not about what. Yeah, I'll talk. I'll put the field. Yeah, I'll probably do it after the World Cup, maybe even next year. See how we go. Anyway, as we said, look at New Zealand here with the ball. Yeah, look. There's a scoreline there, guys. 6 points, 18. No, you're not. You're not seeing a typo here. It literally is that way. But in saying that, I'm not really surprised myself. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. Fiji as well, carting up forward here through the hands of, it looks like Wuni Yayawa. And again, he's been so good for Fiji coming off the bench here. And again, Lamar Leo Levave, again, carting up forward. And now you got the likes of Nikora as well as Liu there. Papali'i as well. Tangi Tumua. And here we go, the likes of Sonia Turuva. And he has been so good, Turuva. He has been so good. And again, there, big kickoff there, fifth and last. Mulitalo collecting it this time round, going out wide to Joseph Manu. Joseph Manu trying to step his way through, but you can just see in the tackles there, New Zealand just look hopeless. You know what I mean? Look at the contact there between the two. you see a lot of vibrance and hope and you know, strength there in Fiji, and as for New Zealand, you just see that as the time ticks, you know, things are crumbling. Probably a bit too emotive, that type of language there. Dylan Brown there with the ball in hand. Third tackle now here for New Zealand. Cutting up forward there. Chance to go Cookstad, but again, met there by the Fijian wall. The white wall there of Fijian players. And Brandon Smith here, dummy half, goes up opposite, but he's running with the ball, but is met well there by Leo Levave there. Brandon Smith trying in vain to cut forward. He's doing well, actually. He got about 20-odd meters in that carry there. And a penalty there for, that's what they needed. New Zealand needed that penalty. And Joseph Manu there with the ball. Opposite goes for a tap, but no, he doesn't. Referee telling, hey, hang on. Yeah, the writing. Yeah, hey, fanatics. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. Yes, that's right. This is not a typo. It really is 6-18. But it's saying that I'm not surprised. Here we go. Brandon Smith for the ball. Goes out to Jerome Hughes. Now out wide here. Dylan Brown off to Joseph Manu. Breaks through the line here. Carts his way forward just about, but gets tackled about 5 meters out now from the try line. 2 meters out here. Chance to go Cookstad. Off to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown off to Papali'i. Papali'i opts to the pass, but he dummies it and just runs to the defense there. Fiji as well, trying well to tackle. Big Nelson Asofa Solomona, but he's met there by a very strong, formidable Fijian squad there. And Jerome Hughes straight off to Nikora. Nikora tries to strip. They just let him go. Fiji, my mind is blowing. Fijian players had him wrapped up and they decided to let Nikora go. And then Nikora scored a try. I think they tried to attempt for a strip there. There we go. Wow. There you go. New Zealand there, scoring points on the board there. It looked like Fiji were attempting to go for a strip. Bit of miscommunication between what appears to be Goroisau as well as Wuniawa. And there you go. Nikora making a good situation there of that really bad situation there for Fiji Pati. It looked like Goroisau was attempting to go for a strip. If you see it there. So they grab him. And I think Goroisau, yes, there we go. Wuniawa let him go because Goroisau was attempting the strip. But instead of stripping him, he unfortunately misses him altogether. And Nikora able to run through there and score a try there. The Kiwis hit back. It's what they had to do. Rapana with a kick right in front, basically. He gets this. I'm pretty sure he does. And again, there New Zealand scoring tries there. Here we go. Rapana looking at the goalpost. Does he get it in? He goes for a kick. And he gets it in there gently, ever so. And now the scores are 12 points to 18. Fiji there. Fired up. Yep. It was coming when you look at the way we have been. Yeah, absolutely. Still, absolutely. Yeah, that's right, fanatics. There's a bit of this. There's a bit of that. Right? There's a bit of this, bit of that. And again, guys, feel free to please follow Sam Revel as well as NRL Fanatics as well. Two very good YouTubers and two very good friends of mine who have been involved in my channel and continue to be as well. And I'm sure will be for the future to come as well. So please follow Sam Revel as well as NRL Fanatics. Please and thank you. As Fiji now getting things underway after the try there from New Zealand. And here we go. Big charging run here from Papali'i. Runs straight into Siua Wong as well as Wuniawa going low there. And Dylan Brown acting dummy half here. And New Zealand here with a bit of a step, a pepper in their step, a step in their pepper. As Brandon Smith here with the ball, dummy half. About 20 meters away from the try line. Nelson Asofa Solomona there. Big darting run, but it's somewhat dragged back there by Goroisau. And here we go. Big run. Oh, tries to break through the gap there. Does Nikora. Jerome Hughes now running off. And bit of a high tackle there. But New Zealand there with the ball, fifth and last. Dylan Brown opts to go for a bit of a kick. And Petahuku somewhat chasing. And his tackle there eventually. Petahuku as well as Dylan Brown doing well there to tackle Micah Sibo. That should have been I thought that was a high tackle in my opinion, but fair enough. And we have Sonia Turuva. And about 51 minutes of this game is gone now, guys. And anyway, we have here, we got number 20, Karavalewu, the 24 there for Fiji. And a Benoni Tangi Tumoa. And we have Kamika Mika there with the ball in hand. And here we go again, Benoni Tangi Tumoa. Fiji about 10 meters up from the halfway line. Sunia Turo has been very involved. I spoke about Joseph Manu being involved, but at the same time as well, at the same token, Manu as well has been involved too. Turuva, sorry, has been very involved. Bit of a dust up there between the two. But anyway, Mulitalo there with the ball. Cuts it up forward now. Straight into Siwa Wong. And here we go, Dylan Brown now. And off to Joseph Manu. And I guess tackled there now. Dylan Brown acting dummy half straight to Charles Nicole Cookster, but he's wrapped around well there by Sadurugu, sorry, as well as Kikau there. And trying to dart his way through there is appears to be just Rapana, Jordan Rapana. And again, over the halfway line now is New Zealand. Brandon Smith with the ball goes up to James Fisher-Harris. And the prop is back and he's on there for the Kiwis. And again, trying to cut the ball up forward. Brandon Smith now off to us. Brown, what's Brown going to do? Attempts to go for a bit of a kick. But again, tackled well there. Now, Fiji virtually on their try line trying to bust their way through now. Kiwis will obviously try to go in hard and try and push them back there. Brandon Wakeham there with the ball. The ref blows the whistle, says go back. And New Zealand here obviously they're going to look to card them backwards, right? Simple as that. And Fiji with the ball in hand. Here we go. And a good darting run there by Benoni Tangi Tumoa. And again, Brandon Wakeham there with the ball, acting dummy half, goes up wide this time around here, straight to Corbin Sims. Now off to Kikau there. And he tries to break through the defense, but good tackle there by Hughes as well as Rapana. And following up there is straight off to fifth and last here. And Fiji a bit messy there, but they got there in the end. Straight to the hands there of Mulitalo, bounces towards him. And tackling and running there. Siwa Wong, good tackle on Mulitalo. Dylan Brown off to Joseph Manu. Joseph Manu there with a flying start. Good tackle there by Coleman Sims though to hold him. Kamika as well into the action as well there. And again, big carry there from Isaac Liu, about 5 meters in that run there. And now New Zealand front foot here, guys, and about 20 meters away from the try line here. 10 meters, sorry. Apologies, Jerome Hughes. Now off to Manu there. Manu trying to be fancy. Gets through it, just about scores. Nearly scores a try. New Zealand about literally 2 meters out from their try line. And Fiji here on the back foot again. New Zealand, though, doing well to attack. And going up wide. Mulitalo inside. And he scores. Hang on. Let's see what happens. Oh, that looked... Okay. So Mulitalo goes for a try, but it looks like he got carried up in the air. He's claiming he scored a try, though. We'll have to see what happens. I think it's no try for me. Yeah. So I'll read the comments. So we've got the video referee looking at the play here. He might have scored that try, actually. He might have scored that try. I love this is what I love about rugby league, the physics, right? The physics, the moments, right? Look at that. You got one guy trying to score a try, and you've got two guys there trying to prevent him from scoring. You know what I mean? They're doing anything possible within legal means to not make him score a try. And he was hard up the whole time. That was a good defensive play there from Fiji. Fiji, Pati, so good there. And that's going to be a 7-set restart there. 7-tackle set restart there for Fiji. That's so good there from Fiji. That was great. That was good defense there. That was good defense. You love to see it. The opportunity was there for New Zealand, right? Probably an inside pass wouldn't have hurt. But obviously, sometimes you get white line fever, right? You just love that white line, and you just go for it. Oh, it was a strip ball. It was a strip. Penalty. Tuika Mika tries to strip the ball there off James Fisher-Harris. So Corbin Sims ran on the ball, and he knocks the ball on. He drops it. And so James Fisher-Harris then collects the ball, and there's a bit of a tussle for the ball between him and Kamika to see who can hold the ball. And then, unfortunately, there it goes in the way of the Kiwis there. Gee whiz, New Zealand upping their game just a little bit here. Now on the front foot here, but they've got to make things meet here for them, connect. And again, Fiji on the back foot here again. Jerome Hughes now straight off to Brittany Brown straight into number 12 there, Kenny Bromwich. Well tackled. Oh, not tackled. Kenny Bromwich. The lack of hold the ball has been quite surprising here from New Zealand. The knock-ons going left, right, and centre. Now off to Nakama here. Kenny Bromwich doing well to bust out a tackle there from Corbin Sims. But unfortunately for him, as he dived through the try line, you've got to hold the ball there, buddy. And Sonia Turuva there with the ball in hand. Hits into the knee there of somebody. Anyway, now the Kiwis, they have prime optimal possession, and now back on the back foot here. And Fiji carding up well here for Siwa Wong there. And he's been pretty good defensively there for the Fijians. As Fiji about 10 meters away now from their try line. And now you have their number 10 there, Ben Nakupuwai, trying to push his way through. Isaac Liu making sure it does not happen there. Fifth and last here for Fiji. And a big kick here from, they got wide this time here to looks like Goroi Sao, big boot. Well collected. Oh, wow, Ronaldo Mulitalo. Wow. Mulitalo goes to grab the ball there, and it slips through his hands and then pops on his knee, and the rest is history. It's a bit of a blunder there. A typical hold the ball video cam, I reckon, if there was ever one. But there you go. Mulitalo, unfortunately, not able to hold the ball there, crumbles through his legs. Absolutely. Sorry, Phoenix, thoughts on us kicking to Terva a lot. Sorry, Phoenix, can you please clarify who you're talking about there? And I'll get back to you as soon as possible, man. All right, here we go. And again, set restart, Tuika Mika. And Fiji on the front foot here right now. And here we go. Fiji through the hands of Corbin Sims. Corbin Sims straight into Ben Nakubuwai. And Nakubuwai, they're attracting a few defenders. And about 20 meters away now from their try line here, Fiji. Benoni Tangitumo now, dummy half straight onto a big pass out here. Vale May with the ball, but again, chopped down well there by teammate Jordan Rapana. And we're going out wide here. Benoni Tangitumo off to Corbin Sims, who attracts a few defenders there. And I'll tell you what, though, New Zealand on the back foot again. Tangitumo. And straight onto a bit, Gore Sao, and straight onto a big Ben Nakurubuwai. And again, he's going to try and score a try here. And again, the fifth and last here, about 5 meters up from their try line, is Fiji. Tangitumo, bit of a mishap there. Not played at. Fifth and last still. And New Zealand do well to collect it through the hands there of Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes has been good for the Kiwis. He's been very good. Unfortunately, the rest of his spine there just can't quite match up to him where he's at. Up and on there with the ball. Gets tackled. Kieran Foran. Let's see what he can add. Fozza there from ex-Manly player, now playing for Titans next year. As Joseph Manu carries the ball forward. Shown into the hands there of James Fisher-Harris. James Fisher-Harris there with the ball in hand. And he goes up to a big Isaac Liu, and a good carry there by Liu. About 12 meters off that carry there. New Zealand on the front foot here. Fozza off to Smith. Now straight onto a big darting kick there. But Turuva there does well to grab. But good tackle there from Kenny Bromwich. And now Fiji about 5 meters away from their own try line, trying to run basically another 95 meters. And a big carry that's not Micah Siebel there. About third tackle set now in there for Fiji. And there we go. And the Fijians again storming away in there, but New Zealand meeting them defensively. Sorry, the likes of Dylan Brown there. And here we have here is Tui Kamika and Benoni Tangi Tumor now off to Brandon Wakeham with a big kick. But Muli Talo, big pass, nearly drops it, nearly forcing the touch there. Able to pass it away though. And Siwa Wong there tackles Joseph Manu there. And a big card up there by chance to go Klukstad. Good skill there by Muli Talo. The balance was definitely not on his side there. And a big carding run there. New Zealand over the halfway line there. Third tackle set now for New Zealand. Going out wide now for the hands of Brown. Off to Isaac Liu. Inside pass off to James Fisher. Fisher also Foreign. Foreign just going to cut up forward there. And a good tackle there by Fiji. And now Joseph Manu, acting dummy half, goes out. He darts forward instead. And he's running. Jeez Louise, he's about to score. Tries about 2 minutes. He's literally about two minutes away from the try line now. Kieran Foran going out wide this time here to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes goes for a darting kick. Knock on. And should be, Fiji ball. New Zealand are claiming that it was an offside and that it was actually touched by Fiji. There you go. Fair enough. But in saying that, though, the play continues. The refs saw it differently. New Zealand here with the Fiji there with the ball about 10, running out now of their own try line here, about 10 meters now, 12 meters now. And this will be their third tackle set. Again, New Zealand trying to apply the pressure here. Applying the pressure here. Garava level, again, starting around left, right, and center. Again, if you're new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you again for tuning in. Benoni Tangi Tumor now off to a Kamika there, and he's going to have a big charging carry there as he carries about 3 Kiwis there with him. Foreign as well as Bromish and Brown there to tackle him, though. Big kick there, fifth and last there from Brandon Wakeham. And again, collected there by Smith, Manu, sorry. Now off to Muli Talo. Muli Talo steps in, though, before he gets hit. And Brown, acting dummy half, shot onto a chance to go Klukstad. And he's going to run the ball, cuts it up forward, breaks one tackle, though. And Kieran Foran now, straight onto Joseph Tarpiner. Tarpiner running it up forward and hard. And New Zealand over the halfway line as well. And about their third tackle set here, going into Isaac Liu. Passes it out to Brown. Brown off to Mulitalo. Mulitalo open space now. Comes inward. Passes it off now. Joseph Manu. Joseph Manu scores. And New Zealand are over. And New Zealand have scored a try. And it was a bit of ingenuity there by Dylan Brown to skip past straight to Mulitalo. Mulitalo doing well to feed the ball. Comes inward. And as he gets tackled, he passes it off to Joseph Manu. Joseph Manu straight for the try line. And he has been, in my opinion anyway, alongside Jerome Hughes, the best players for the Kiwis there. They have been absolutely good there for the Kiwis. And Dylan Brown skips, passes it. And you have Mulitalo coming inward. And a good try there to New Zealand. A much-needed try as well. And again, I will just change the scoreboard as well for you guys. It has been an absolute fullback showdown between these two players, Turuva as well as Joseph Manu, right? Both those players have been sensational for their respective teams. And just showing the replay there. Mulitalo's been very involved, right? He scored a try. He didn't score a try one stage. He unfortunately caused a goal line dropout, and he nearly goes out himself. But he's been very involved, very, very involved in that win there. And the Kiwis, again, breathing a good sigh of relief there, scoring a try. Good to see. There we go. And obviously the Fijians are now talking amongst themselves. How do you sort of stop this? As for New Zealand, if they can just keep the same pressure there, going simple, I think that'll work well in their favour. Anyway, Jordan Lapana lining up the goal here. 100% New Zealand, surprisingly enough, right? The game that matters the most, the goal kicking, has been on point. And that's just what you want to do, right? Yeah. I'll tell you what, guess who came in the underdogs for kicking? It was definitely New Zealand, that's for sure. So good work there to meet them up front. And again, Lapana sizing up the goal. If he gets it in, it's going to be 18-all. This might come down to the wire. And New Zealand get it in. and a good exchange there of points, so to speak. And now it's 18 all. You can basically say it's back to 0 now, right? Back to 0. You start again. Now, what do? You know, how do you sort of build the platform now that the scores are even, right? And about 15 minutes to go now of this last half here. So again, there's a lot to play for. And again, that was like Goroi about to kick things off again here for New Zealand, who've done well to score 2 tries, come back, been down 6-18 in the second half. After big hit there from Corbin Sims. Kieran Foran there, dummy half. Straight off to Tapine there. And Tapine is back on. Look for him to try and obviously, you know, pressure things there. Run the ball around, so to speak. New Zealand down the front foot, just about there. Big run there from number 20 of the Kiwis. And here we go. Isaac Liu, that is apologies. Isaiah Papali gets met well. Their strong defense there by Siwa Wong. Does well to tackle him. And New Zealand there, fourth tackle set here. Opts to dart forward, though. New Zealand about 2 meters away from the halfway line. Jerome Hughes goes for a kick. Yeah. Here we go. Big kick, though. And Micah Siebel collects it. And again, oh, my goodness me. Kieran Foran, nothing but a road bumper there. Goodness me. He got absolutely ran over there. Speed bump, sorry. But I'm saying that we all know Kieran Foran. He's a strong bugger, right? One of the strongest Kiwi players to ever put on that jersey, in my opinion. All right, here we go now with the ball in hand. It is Gavaraveru. Level there for Fiji. And again, Goroi back to dummy half now. And Lamalio Levave there with the ball, carrying it upward there for Fiji. And nearing the halfway line as well. About 5 meters away from the halfway line on their fourth tackle set. Sonia Turuva, he's just going to run up hard. And a good carry there. Kick there from Fiji in the last. And Mulitalo is going to collect it. And goes up wide to Joseph Manu. And obviously, as you can see here, Fiji are just trying to pressurize New Zealand defensively. They're up in their faces. They're trying to force an error. Because if obviously, you know, next try scorer wins, probably, right? The way this game is going. Jordan Rapana fends off Nakama there. And again, Fiji doing well to meet him, though, however. And good carry there from Mulitalo. Now about 20 meters away from the halfway line now is New Zealand Kiwis as Isaac Liu gets the ball there. But a good tackle there from Tarek, sorry, not Tarek Sims there, from Corbin Sims. And good tackle there. Oh, good run there from Harris, but he offloads it to Tapine. Tapine deciding what on earth he wants to do as he cuts his way over the halfway line here. And New Zealand now fifth and last. Off to Jerome Hughes. And he's going to kick it again. Just a big boot here. And collected well there by Micah. No! Micah Sibo knocks it on. Micah Sibo has knocked the ball on. And that is the break there that the Kiwis needed. That is the break they needed. There was no real pressure there on Sibo as well. So the reality is they're going to try and challenge it. All right, fair enough. They're just going to be seeing if there's a knock on or not there. Just seeing the comments here. This is why I'm always late for chat. Nah, good on you, Mark. It's good on you, brother. Here we go. All right, so Michael Sibo jumps, collects it. That's a knock on. It propels forward, in my opinion. Oh, they're talking about interference. Are they ruling for a knock-on or interference? So they're just looking to see. I'm not sure if it's a knock-on or is it interference. It looks like Hiku does push the back of Valeme, though, but you could probably say he tried to stop himself from running into him. So it's. There we go, Fiji, yep. Yeah, there we go, yep, correct call. Pitahuku pushing Valeme straight into Sibo, caused the knock-on. That's what they're going to rule, simple as that. If you don't push a player in the back, then you don't need to worry about it. So Fiji ball penalty to Fiji. Petahuku there. Unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is, right? As you can see in the replay there, he shoves Valeme in the back. And because of that, unfortunately there for Fiji, for the Kiwis, sorry, fortunately for the Fijians, it's a penalty for them. Jeez Louise, he gives his own teammate a flying knee though. And here we go. Now we have Gikal there with the ball in hand. He's going to go up the halfway line here. New Zealand now on the back foot, right? About 12 minutes to go in this half of the game. Sorry. So Kamika there with the ball in hand, cutting it up forward. About 20 meters away now from the try, 30 meters, sorry. And our Fiji going to the other side here. Wakeham opts to run instead. Going to be an obstruction, so he just basically falls to the ground there. Korisau with the ball in hand, directing the troops around left, right, center. Where we're going, goes left this time here. Onto the hands here of Daniela Sadrugu of Fiji. He's been a good player for Fiji. And here we go, is Korisau goes out wide here to Nakupuruwai, looks like. And number 19 there for Fiji. Sorry, those are Ivalui. Apologies, Henry Ivalui. And number 19 there, Wuniawa there. Off to Kamika there. Fifth tackle, Fiji. Unfortunately, lack of communication. They don't even know the tackle count. Oh, there you go. Fiji, unfortunate for them. And now here we go. Petahuku there with the ball. Petahuku there with the ball. And he goes out to Kieran Foran. Kieran Foran there off to Rapana. Rapana gets tackled though. And again, it's still 18-all here with a lot to play for. Basically 10 minutes of the game left to go. So again, you can imagine there's going to be a lot of big plays here from both sides trying to win the game here. Papali with the ball. Comes to go Klukstad there, acting dummy half. Tries to break through the line. Nearly does. But a good tackle there from Siwa Wong there. And again, good run there from Joseph Manu, who's been so involved in an attempt to strip. Challenging it. They're challenging it. Okay, New Zealand are going to challenge it. Joseph Manu claiming that he got stripped and it was a knock-on from Fiji. I probably wouldn't have done that to be honest, because in real time, I thought it looked like he knocked the ball on. And again, hang with me here, guys. Stick with me because it's 18-all, right? Anything can happen here. About 10 minutes to go of the game now. Exactly, just about 70 minutes and 1 second to go. And Joseph Manu running there, and he does well to break through a few tackles. And as he's trying to bust his way through, there's an attempted grab there. Looks like Gikal there attempts to grab it, actually. It looks like Gikal. If you see Gikal's hand, see his hand there, you see his hand, he goes for the grab. It comes off his hand. So if it comes off his hand and goes, then that means it should be Kiwi's ball, right? Hang on. Here we are. Look at Gikal's right arm, his right hand. His left hand. He attempts to pull it with his left hand. That's what I see. And you can argue because of that. There. Yeah. There you go. So that's, Gikal does attempt to strip the ball, right? And if that is the case, then it should be ruled knock on, right? New Zealand's ball. He pulls it forward. Hang on. Penalty. There we go. Manu there with the call there. What a clutch call. And it's so good to see, though. And again, welcome to a Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. New Zealand going to go for a goal. They're going to go for 2 points here. Gee whiz. All right, Rapana. That's massive respect there, though, to the Fijians in the defense. Let's be honest now. Fiji have absolutely given it to the Kiwis, right? Both ends of the field, defensively and offensively. So again, this is just a huge respect, a show of respect here to the Fijians and what they've been producing so far. Again, remember the last time these two teams here met, Fiji won that game, right? Breaking the hearts there of the Kiwis at home in Wellington on a cold, windy night. Now here, New Zealand looking to do the same. And if they do, it'll tie up the teams there because they've only played each other. This is the second time they met each other. It's amazing. You wouldn't believe it, but there you go. All right, New Zealand here looking to kick. And Rapana lining it up here. If he gets this in, New Zealand will be in front by 2. Let's see what happens. He goes for goal. And he gets it in. New Zealand are in front. Now this is a good tight game here at Rugby League. This is exactly what you want to see. I'll just read the comments. Apologies. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Let's go. I agree with you, Hamish. But it's saying that it is a very good game, though. Fiji, nonetheless. So it's not over yet. It is not over yet. If anything, this might give Fiji a bit of a boost here. And as I say that, New Zealand knocked the ball on. No? Oh, went not back. Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. The ref saw it that way. Okay. Foreign there with the ball. Showed off to Petahuku there, met by an aggressive wall. And now Fiji are going to look to try and apply pressure, obviously. But because now time is against them now. As for New Zealand, cutting up forward, holding the ball, just basic plays there. Again, New Zealand doing well. And Kieran Foran showed off to Tapine off to James Fisher-Harris, looking for the offload. But again, New Zealand trying to be too pretty. You know, again, I've always spoke about it. All right, here we go. And Fiji now with the ball in hand. Going out wide this time here. Go out left there to Lamar Leolavave. And he's attracted there by a few of the Kiwi tacklers there. Gorosau now off here to Wakeham. Off to Valime now running up. But again, a good tackle there by the Kiwis there to hold him. And again, Kiwis playing desperately here as Fiji look to try and score a try here in their 4th tackle set. Now going out wide to Kickoff, first receiver, and we all know he's just going to run it up there. And again, now Fiji in their 5th and last, New Zealand on the back foot here. What do they have here? Gorosau, what does he have in store? Goes out wide to Wakeham. Wakeham goes up for a bit of a darting kick. And again, there's a bit of an overlap here. Muli Talo does well to grab the ball. What a pounce and leap and catch. All in the one motion there. Muli Talo. Beautiful to see there. And again, Papali'i there for New Zealand. Sorry, about to say Toa, my apologies. Papali'i there with the ball. What a catch there from the Kiwis. And I'll tell you what, you know, it's been a good game. This has been a good game to watch. It might be a penalty. And it's a knock on. Chance to goal, Cookstad. Chance to goal, Cookstad has been... Yeah, look, I don't want to say too much. Obviously, you don't want to point out single players, but gee whiz, has been a bit tough watching him play. And that's just a tough result altogether. And about 6 minutes to go of this game here. New Zealand now on the back foot. New Zealand now on the back foot here. About 5 minutes to go of this game. And we have Michael Maguire there, Madge. Looking on as the Fijian coaching staff as well, looking very confident heading into this one here. And about 30 meters away now from their try line. Fiji now hot in the attack here. Wakeham. But it's been a bit of a spill there and collect there from Gorosau to spill the ball there. Been a bit of a Henry Raivalui now acting dummy half now for Fiji. Straight into the hands here of Micah Sivo. Micah Sivo with a good run. 0 tackle sets here. And again, a good tackle here. Good run, sorry. Gorosau with the ball in hand. And now New Zealand, Fiji here on the front foot. And a big carry there from Saturuku. And he's a big bopper, isn't he? Tell you what, he's a very physical rugby league player. And here, Gorosau with the ball in hand. Going up left, goes up right this time here. Wakeham cuts it off straight into Siwa Wong, but a good tackle there by Dylan Brown. And now Gorosau straight here into... Oh, he goes for a pass, but he opts the run. 5th and last here for Fiji. Siwa Wong. Now off to Brandon Wakeham. Straight to Sivo. Collects it. Rapana. Offside. What's happened? Hang on. Fiji's ball. What's happened there? Hang on. So see the replay. He goes for it. They're saying that he kicked it and it touched Petahuku. New Zealand should argue and say that it didn't. If you believe they didn't. Wait, it's New Zealand's ball. Whose ball is it? Fiji's ball. Okay. 4 minutes ago. This is the edge of your seat stuff. Again, guys, I'll do my best to call this, but I'm just as excited as you guys are. Really, you want Fiji to win, you want New Zealand to win, so we're all sort of seeing what happens here. Koresau, knock on. Fiji will prime optimal possession, knock the ball on there for the hands of Brandon Wakeham. Dylan Brown here. New Zealand will do well just to hold the ball. Fiji going to be very aggressive, very up in their face there. New Zealand just need to cart the ball forward and obviously try and push on. Second tackle set here. As for Fiji, apply that pressure, rush up at them, try and cause force a spill of the ball. And again, James Fisher-Harris. Here we go. It's a bit of a darting run here from Brandon Smith off the dummy half position there. Tackle there by ex-teammate there, Kamika, should I say. Pirahuku now trying to attract a few defenders. Sorry, that's Britain Nikora trying to attract a few defenders here. Guys, and time is now against Fiji here. Fifth and last tackle here for New Zealand, who are going to be passing off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes with a big kick, and now a lot of pressure here. Knock on. Set restart. Jerome Hughes with the ball, and he's just going to cart his way forward. And now New Zealand about 10 meters away from the try line now. And if they score this try here, it's all she wrote. Now off to Dylan Brown. No, Joseph Manuel, sorry. And he's about 2 meters away from his try line. Sorry. Rapana didn't even look where the ball was coming out. And again, he's just going to go through here. Now New Zealand here about 2 minutes ago of this half here, the last half. Dylan Brown. Here we go. Now out to our Pirahuku there, opposite end now of the centre position. Good tackle there by Siwa Wong as well as Vuniawa. Going up wide, Jerome Hughes. Well, the ball tries to step in, tries to step out. Nearly scores a try though. But again, doing well to hold him there. Fiji, Tapine, steps in, steps out. And again, about a minute 20 to go. About a minute 20 to go in this game. Kiwis here. Fifth and last. What happens? Brandon Smith passes the ball. Goes to Rapana, scores. That's it. That's all she wrote. The Kiwis have just won the game. There you go. The Kiwis have just won the game. What a fight back from New Zealand. I'll tell you what a fight back. Stick with me as well, because after this I'm going to be doing a YouTube. I'm going to be posting my thoughts. There'll be probably a good 3-4 minute video. A good try there from Jordan Rapana. Brandon Smith obviously running off the, Brandon Smith running off the dummy, the hooking dummy half, sorry. And then opposite, pass it out though, offloads it off to Brown. Brown with a big carting pass there. Unfortunately, Micah Sivo just could not get the position over Rapana to tackle him there though, because Rapana stepped inside and he steps inside. And then there you go. So try there to Rapana there. New Zealand doing well just to win there at the end. Let's go. Look, yeah, that's good credit to Fiji, but I'm telling you, Fiji, if Fiji can pull a few international games together, and again, I want to highlight the importance of International Rugby League. If they can pull off a few games together, then, I'm telling you now, but in saying that, I digress, because at the end of the day, it's a lot easier said than done, particularly when you have, the big poppers in Australia, respectfully, that they truly are the kings of the sport as a nation, right? They are the greatest rugby league nation. And again, look at the Kiwis; they're all happy, right? Obviously, they know that they're on through to next week. They just pulled through. Maybe a bit of disappointment there in a degree, And again, missed kick there, but there you go. There you have it. New Zealand just pulling through there. Michael Maguire looking, shaking his head. Guys, thank you again for watching. Thank you again for tuning in. Look. I don't want to predict too much, but look, this is basically walking into the Lions Den against Australia. Michael Maguire knows it. What do you do against it? Yeah, Australia is such a juggernaut in rugby league. You know, everyone talks about New Zealand being tier one, but the reality is, the only real tier one nation there is Australia, right? And again, not to make it all about, you know, that point there, but if you're a Kiwis fan, you're not going to that game very confident, right? Anyway, everyone's saying goodbye to Kevin Naikama. It's his last game ever there for Fiji, from what I'm seeing. But nonetheless, such a good game, a physical game. In saying that, I'll be signing off, be posting up my YouTube video, then I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. Anyway, in saying that, I hope you guys are well. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. See you guys next time. And yeah, just remember, bless you all. Have a good Sunday. Hold the ball.